The air hung heavy with the weight of history and the chilling specter of encroaching oblivion. At Auschwitz-Birkenau, a place etched forever in the annals of human suffering, a gathering of elderly Holocaust survivors, their numbers dwindling with each passing year, convened for what many feared might be their final commemoration. Their faces, etched with the indelible marks of trauma and time, bore witness to a past they desperately sought to preserve against the rising tide of historical revisionism and resurgent far-right extremism sweeping across Europe. This year's anniversary held a particular poignancy, a stark reminder of the fragility of memory and the ever-present danger of repeating history's darkest chapters. The resurgence of nationalist and far-right ideologies, coupled with the insidious spread of disinformation, particularly online, has created a climate of fear and uncertainty. The deliberate distortion and minimization of the Holocaust, once a relatively fringe phenomenon, has infiltrated the mainstream discourse, infecting the minds of younger generations who lack the first-hand accounts and familial narratives that once served as an unbreakable shield against such insidious. This erosion of collective memory poses a grave threat, not just to the accurate understanding of the past, but also to the future, fostering an environment where such atrocities could, tragically, be repeated. 98-year-old Marian Tursky, standing before one of the infamous freight wagons that transported Jews to their deaths, his voice trembling with a mixture of sorrow and righteous anger, delivered a powerful condemnation of the alarming rise in antisemitism and the proliferation of Holocaust denial. He implored the younger generations to summon the courage to confront the minimizers and conspiracy theorists, to fight against the insidious wave of disinformation that threatens to wash away the hard-won lessons of the past. His words resonated deeply with the assembled survivors, their silent nods and tear-filled eyes echoing the weight of his message. Jan Sawicki, another survivor present at the solemn gathering, articulated the particular significance of this year's commemoration, emphasizing not only the advancing age of the survivors, but also the growing distortion of historical truth fueled by the digital age's insidious ability to spread misinformation. He poignantly observed the shift in how the Holocaust is transmitted across generations. For those born in the mid-20th century, the history was a deeply personal and familial affair, learned at the knee of grandparents, passed down through intimate storytelling and shared experiences. However, for today's youth, the Holocaust is largely confined to the pages of textbooks, a far more vulnerable and easily manipulated narrative. This transition, he warned, renders the historical record far more susceptible to distortion and manipulation, particularly within the echo chambers of social media. This vulnerability is tragically underscored by recent polls revealing alarming statistics. A significant portion of young European adults, sometimes reaching high double digits, have never heard of the Holocaust, cannot name Auschwitz or any other concentration camp, and have encountered Holocaust denial or distortion, primarily through online platforms. This stark reality serves as a chilling wake-up call, highlighting the urgent need for robust educational initiatives, critical media literacy programs, and a concerted effort to combat the spread of disinformation before the memory of this horrific chapter of human history fades completely, leaving future generations susceptible to the seductive allure of hate and intolerance. The survivors' urgent call for vigilance is not merely a plea for the past. It is a desperate cry for the future, a warning against the dangers of forgetting and the potentially catastrophic consequences of repeating history's gravest errors. The legacy of Auschwitz demands nothing less than our unwavering commitment to remembrance, education, and the relentless pursuit of truth in the face of falsehood.